you guys. Welcome to day 9 of the Chill Power Challenge. I'm so glad you could be here with me tonight. We're going to do another fireside stretch, very restorative, very sort of slow moving, and you know, all about the chill power and of course gratitude tonight, because that's truly what Thanksgiving is all about, right? So, you know, despite sort of the chaos and all of that typically goes on during Thanksgiving and the holiday season in general, we want to just find things that we're grateful for and focus on what is right in our lives instead of focusing. It's sometimes sort of a natural thing to just focus on maybe what's not right. So we'll start tonight with just a short meditation, and from there we'll do a little bit of a flow series by the fire, okay? So you can sit up really tall, relax your hands either down onto your knees or turn your palms to face up, and bring your thumb and your index finger together to touch. So go ahead and close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths in and out through your nose. So as you inhale, sitting up really tall, lifting and opening your heart. And as you exhale, relaxing your shoulders, softening any tension that you might be holding in your jaw or your neck or your face, between your eyebrows. Just soften all of that. And do that again. Take a deep breath in. Fill your lungs as completely as possible. Lift and open your heart. And as you exhale, notice where you're holding tension. Is it in your jaw? Is it between your eyebrows? Is it in your neck or your shoulders? And see if you can soften it as you exhale. Now let's do that a third and final time. So deep breath in. Fill your lungs as completely as possible, wide into your ribcage. And keep breathing out long and slow, and keep exhaling until you feel your lungs completely empty and you feel that calm, still space at the bottom of your exhale. And keeping your eyes closed, begin to bring your attention to gratitude and set that intention for your practice. And as we talked about throughout the last 9 days, carrying that intention off of your mat and into your life. So think of something that you're grateful for. A person, a thing, a feeling. And as you sit with that gratitude, that feeling of gratitude, I'll start by reading a short poem from a book that my sister gave me. And it's about gratitude. Say thank you until you mean it. Thank God, life, and the universe for everyone and everything sent your way. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, and a stranger into a friend. Gratitude turns problems into gifts, failures into successes, and the unexpected into perfect timing. It can turn an existence into a real life, the disconnected situations into important and beneficial lessons. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. And I just love that, and it's very meaningful to both my sister and myself, and I just wanted to share that with you, and I'll read the rest of it to you once we get to Shavasana at the end of our little 10-minute practice today. So you can go ahead and open your eyes and make your way into Child's Pose. So just set your hips back onto your heels, let your forehead rest down onto your mat, spread your fingertips out wide, and take your knees as wide apart as you can so that you have lots of space to really drop down into a wide leg child's pose. Let your forehead drop to the mat. Take a deep breath in and out through your nose. And then go ahead and shift forward onto your hands and knees. And just bring your knees right under your hips and your hands right under your shoulders. We're just going to do an easy cat-cow. So you inhale, lengthen your tailbone up to the ceiling, open your heart and lift your chest. So we'll be doing a little bit of heart openers tonight. Exhale, press through your palms, tuck your tailbone under, round your spine, and stretch your low back as you pull your belly in and press your spine up. Inhale, drop your ribcage, lift your tailbone, open your heart. Exhale, push through your palms, round your spine, and tuck your tailbone. One more time, inhale to open. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to push, tuck, and round. Inhale to neutral, walk your hands a few inches forward and come into downward facing dog, curling your toes, lift your tailbone up to the ceiling. And let's take 3 deep breaths. Really drop your heels down, press to the palms of the hands, and spread the weight out through the entire hand. Inhale, draw forward to a plank pose. You can modify by bending your knees if you like. Otherwise, with straight legs, lower to the mat. We're going to do a half bow pose. So take your left forearm out in front of you, reach around and grab the top of your right foot with your right hand. And you can just let your forehead rest down to your forearm. And we're going to take 3 breaths here into this quad hip flexor stretch. I want you to squeeze your glutes a little bit and press your hips into the floor. Letting your forehead completely rest onto your hand. Take 1 more breath. And then release that foot and switch sides. So other forearm out in front, reach around, grab the top of your opposite foot, let your forehead rest down to your forearm. Take the top of your foot, push it into your hand a little bit, squeeze your glutes, and press your hips into the floor beneath you. Taking 1 more breath. And then release that down, slide your hands into your shoulders. Let's do a cobra. Take an inhale, and you're just going to twist your cobra a little bit. So look over one shoulder, look back over your shoulder towards your heel or your ankle, and then come back to center, and then look back over your other shoulder, twist back as far as you can, coming back to center, come all the way down onto your stomach and push back to child's pose. Inhale, come forward to your hands and knees, curl your toes, back to downward facing dog. Drop your heels, press to the pads of your hands, pull your shoulders back from your ears. Inhale to plank, drawing into the top of a push-up. Make sure your hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders are all in one line. You can bend your knees if you want to modify, lowering all the way down to the mat. And your option to do 1 foot at a time again like we did on the first set. Otherwise, you can reach back and grab the tops of both of your feet. And then press the feet just gently into the hands and just very gently open up the heart, the home of compassion and gratitude. Taking a deep breath in, lower down, and then just bring your hands down, bend up your knees, and just windshield wiper your feet from side to side. One more time on each side, just rock it from side to side. And then hands back under your shoulders, push back to child's pose 1 more time. And then we're going to shift forward, and you can lie down onto your back. So I'll turn to the side, but you can face any direction and just listen to my words. So lying down on your back, your feet are going to be flat on the floor. Your fingertips are reached to touch your heels. Your nose will be pointed straight to the ceiling, so the back of your neck is long. You'll take a deep breath in. And then you'll ground your feet down into the floor and lift your hips up to the ceiling in a bridge pose. Again, make sure the back of your neck is long, so chin gently towards the chest. Ground down through your feet and lift up through your hip bones. And just notice everything that's touching the floor and ground down through those points. And notice everything that's not touching the floor and lift up through those points. Take a deep breath in and then slowly roll it down. So we're moving really slow and gentle tonight. Bring your knees into your chest and just rock a little bit from right to left. Good. We're going to do a recline twist next. So just drop your knees over to the right and look over your left shoulder. And you can take your top hand and rest it onto your knee to just gently press it down. And take 3 deep breaths in and out through your nose here. Just a gentle release for your low back. On your next inhale, bring it up to center. And switch to the same thing on the other side. So top hand can rest on the knee, press down gently with it, and look over your shoulder towards your opposite hand. And take 2 more breaths. And then bring it all the way back to center. Give your knees a hug to your chest. And just do a knee stir. So with one hand on top of each knee, just circle your knees around in one direction. And then reversing that circle, other direction. Nice and easy massage for your low back. Good. Your feet are going to come down to the floor. The big toes and ankles will be side by side. I'm just going to let your knees fall open in a reclined butterfly position. Take one hand on your belly and the other hand on your heart. Just let your elbows relax down onto the mat beneath you. Close your eyes. And take 3 deep breaths in and out through your nose. And what I want you to start to try to do is see if you can breathe out twice as long as you're breathing in. So if you inhale for 4, then you'll exhale for 8. Keep exhaling, breathing all the air out. And do that one more time, breathing in for 4. Exhaling for 8. Keep breathing out until your lungs are empty. And then you can either stay exactly where you are if you're really comfortable, or come to corpse pose, which would just mean you'll straighten your legs completely out. Shake your legs a little bit and bring your hands down by your side. And so what I want you to do if you're in this corpse pose for Shavasana, you can walk your shoulders slightly in and lift your heart just a little bit up. And that just tends to make your chest feel a little bit more lifted and open. And you're going to stay here for 1 minute in Shavasana and allow your body to be completely still and quiet. So much of what we do is hurried, we're always moving forward. But for right now, right here in this exact moment, be still and quiet and just surrender for a few moments of peace. Bring your attention back to something that you're grateful for. Start to bring your awareness back with that sense of gratitude. Gratitude makes things right. Gratitude turns negative energy into positive energy. There is no situation or circumstance so small or large that is not susceptible to the power of gratitude. We can start with who we are and what we are today, and apply gratitude and let it work its magic. Say thank you until you mean it. If you say it long enough, you will believe it. Today, I will shine the transforming light of gratitude onto all circumstances of my life. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Pull your knees into your chest and give yourself a big hug for carving out 10 minutes of time to take care of yourself, because self-care is truly the opposite of selfish. When we take care of ourselves, we have so much more love and compassion for everyone that surrounds us. So give yourself that big hug. Feel free to stay in Shavasana longer I would highly recommend taking a hot bath tonight if you can carve out another good 20 to 30 minutes. And if you can't, it's okay. And I also recommend magnesium. So your Epsom salt bath will give this to you already. But in addition to that, an easy thing to do is I like Natural Calm is a great product to use that will give you natural magnesium and help you sleep a little more soundly. It's a natural muscle relaxant. Thank you so much for participating tonight. Tomorrow morning's practice is at 6 a.m., but come whenever you can make it. Have a nice night, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.